When Ethan Cole stepped off the dusty bus and onto the forgotten stretch of land locals called Hollow Creek Ranch, he still couldn't believe he had actually bought the place for $1, one single lonely dollar, the price of a cheap cup of gas station coffee. But the truth was, the ranch wasn't some stroke of luck. It was abandoned, ruined by storms, and rumored to be cursed, which was exactly why no one else wanted it. Ethan wasn't afraid of curses. He was afraid of wasting his life. After losing his parents in a car accident and quitting his dull office job, he needed a fresh start, something that felt like purpose instead of survival. Hollow Creek was his last chance. The moment he walked through the broken wooden gate, he felt something unusual, not danger, not fear, but an odd sense of belonging. As the evening wind brushed past him, carrying the scent of pine and memories he never lived, Ethan dragged his backpack toward the creaking porch. The main house was half collapsed, its windows cracked like spiderwebs, and its roof sagging as if the sky itself had pressed down on it. He pushed the front door open. It groaned like a tired old man. Inside, dust floated in the air like ghostly fireflies. Furniture lay overturned, and old photographs scattered the floor. A family smiling, a child running through a field, a woman standing by a barn. Ethan bent down to pick up one of the pictures when suddenly a soft thud echoed upstairs. He froze. Another sound followed. Footsteps, light ones, careful ones. Someone was inside. Ethan swallowed hard and slowly moved toward the staircase, each board groaning under his weight. As he reached the top, he noticed a faint glow from a room at the end of the hall. His pulse thudded in his ears as he pushed the door open. What he saw made him freeze. A girl, no older than 19, sat on the floor with a lantern beside her, her hair messy, her clothes worn, her eyes sharp like a wildcat's. She looked terrified and ready to run or fight. "Please don't scream," Ethan said quickly, raising his hands. "I'm not here to hurt you." She stood up slowly, her voice trembling. "You bought this place? Didn't you?" Ethan nodded. "For $1. She let out a broken laugh, not of humor, but of disbelief mixed with fear. "Then you don't know. You don't know what happened here." Ethan's stomach tightened. "What are you doing living inside this place?" The girl hesitated before answering. "My name is Arya." She took a shaky breath. "And this ranch, it belonged to my family. They're gone now. Everyone thinks I left with them, but I didn't. I stayed." Ethan noticed the way her hands shook when she talked about her family, the way her eyes avoided his. Pain clung to her like a shadow. "Arya," Ethan said gently, "I'm sorry. But why hide here? Why live alone?" Arya closed her eyes, as if fighting memories she couldn't escape. "Because I'm waiting," she whispered, "for someone to come back." Ethan didn't know what she meant, but something in her voice told him she wasn't lying. Before he could ask, she stiffened suddenly, her head tilting toward the window. "Did you hear that?" Ethan listened. Wind, crickets, the creaking of the house. But Arya looked terrified. "They come at night," she whispered. "The men who destroyed everything. They think no one survived." Ethan's blood ran cold. "What do they want?" "The land," Arya whispered. "There's something hidden here. Something my father died protecting." She looked at him with eyes full of fear and a strange trust. "You shouldn't have come here. You don't understand the danger." Ethan glanced around the broken room, the shattered past, the lonely girl living in fear. For the first time since he bought the ranch, he realized the truth. He hadn't just bought a piece of land. He had stepped into a story already in motion, one filled with secrets, one filled with danger, one filled with a girl who shouldn't have been alive, yet was standing in front of him. "Arya," he said, voice firm, "I'm not leaving you here alone." Her eyes widened, shocked, searching his face for lies. Ethan took a breath he didn't know he needed. "Maybe I bought this ranch for a reason. Maybe I'm meant to help you." Outside, a distant engine echoed across the fields. Arya's face turned pale. She whispered one chilling sentence. "They're back." Ethan stepped beside her. Shoulders squared as the sound grew louder, headlights slicing through the darkness. And in that moment, with danger approaching, the past returning, and a frightened girl clinging to the only hope, She had something new sparked inside. Him purpose, destiny, maybe even fate. The ranch he bought for $1 was about to cost him everything.